Want to see incontrovertible proof that religious apologists aren't that bright? Because you're going to, coming up next. This one is going to be quick. It's a video claiming to prove that atheism is impossible in 2 minutes, but as should be no surprise, Pastor Mike Robinson won't even take that long, and he won't do anything of the sort. In fact, all he's going to do is prove, yet again, that the religious aren't that smart, and they certainly aren't very honest. And they want your money. So let's see the Cross and Crown Radio and Life Church make utter fools of themselves as they try to tell us that atheism is impossible.
Welcome to the Gospel Truth Show produced by Cross and Crown Radio. We want to make a lasting difference in your life and in our community. Our mission is to produce biblical, entertaining, and Christ-centered programs for God's people and folks all around the world. Post a comment or question and sit back and enjoy the show. gospeltruthshow.podbeam.com.
Yeah, you've just wasted 30 seconds on a giant ad for yourself. So now you've got a minute and a half to prove that atheists are impossible. I hope you've got something good, but I wouldn't be holding my breath.
Proof for the existence of God. Everything in the universe is evidence and proof that God exists.
Okay, that's a completely empty statement. Why can't everything in the universe be proof that the flying spaghetti monster exists, or invisible, intangible, universe-creating pixies? This is an argument without evidence that no one has any reason to take seriously. It's why apologists look so dumb.
I'm just going to cover one really fast, but it's a proof that's going to be assured and certain, and you can have full certitude about this.
If it were so impressive, you wouldn't have to talk it up. This kind of reminds me of Anne Elk's theory on brontosauruses on Monty Python's Flying Circus. I'm about to say something amazing. Here it comes. Are you ready? Are you sure you're ready? Because I can wait if you're not ready, because I don't want you to miss it. And then they say something really, really stupid. Come on, get on with it already.
Atheism claims.
Atheism doesn't claim anything. Atheism rejects the claims that your side makes because you haven't proven your side to be reasonable to accept. So you're just wrong as usual. But go ahead, continue to make a fool of yourself. It's all you people can do.
God does not exist. Under atheism, this is immutably true, or unchangingly true. That's what immutable means.
Alright, why does it sound like this guy is in a wind tunnel? Is he recording in a hurricane? Have they never heard of audio processing? Anything? Alright. Bad production values aside, Pete's still wrong. Atheism says nothing of the sort. But when you live in a theological vacuum, I guess that sucks all of the intelligent thoughts out of your head. Maybe that's what the noise in the background is.
Atheism fails to account for immutable truths, unchanging truths. It cannot account for them. Thus, atheism undercuts and defeats itself.
I guess that would depend on what you mean by immutable truths. Do you mean objectively verifiable facts? Because those clearly exist, so he's wrong. Regardless, he's practicing the typical and laughable apologetic method of define your way to victory. So he's just flogging a straw man and expecting that his flock, the people who he's making this video for, are too stupid to know any better. Apparently, the apples don't fall far from the tree, I guess.
Atheism rests upon a mutable or a changing ontology. What exists is always changing, always in flux.
We do what again? Hold on, I need to hear that again.
Atheism rests upon a mutable or a changing ontology. What exists is always changing, always in flux.
Well, if he actually talked to any atheists instead of the voices inside his head, he'd know that atheists do not believe anything that he's claiming. But he doesn't care, does he? This is a giant straw man made to appeal to the idiots in his congregation who also don't know any better. And they wonder why we laugh at them.
Thus it cannot underwrite immutable truths, including the alleged immutable truth that God does not exist. So atheism collapses upon itself. There's many reasons why, in principle, atheism is impossible and that God must exist, but that's one for today.
If that's the best you can do, you're just stupid. Jeez, that was painfully idiotic. But this is what happens when you have the blind leading the blind, people who are utterly ignorant of anything outside of their irrational faith, trying to explain reality to people who likewise have never encountered it. Don't actually talk to atheists about their position. These people have probably never knowingly met an atheist in their lives, much less had an intelligent conversation. And that's probably because, if this is the best they can manage, intelligent conversations are clearly beyond their capabilities.
May God richly bless you. This is Mike Robinson.
Sure. May your imaginary friend do something, I guess. Whatever you say, Mike. And then this goes back into more advertising, which means his supposed proof took only a minute, not 2. And it was awful, but I guess we didn't expect any better, did we? This is about the level that we see from apologists and preachers who insist that atheism is impossible because they have no clue what atheism is. They have no actual contact with atheists. They certainly aren't coming to talk to people like me, or their silly ideas would be completely crushed in less time than this video took. But they don't care because this isn't about truth. It isn't about facts. It's about pushing a comfortable narrative to people who likewise wouldn't know reality if it knocked them on their religious asses. This is why the religious are such a joke, especially when they pretend to know things that they clearly don't. Because they're not interested in the truth. The truth is often inconvenient to their emotional comfort. They have a message to push, so Mike here gets paid every Sunday, and if they gave a damn about the facts, then his congregation would head for the hills, because the facts simply do not support his side of the story. And then he'd have to get a real job, and we can't have that, can we? At least his stupidity was short and sweet, so that this video didn't go on and on and on with him hemming and hawing and repeating himself like so many other apologetic videos do. He opened his mouth, made a complete fool of himself, and turned it back over so his advertisers could make more money from the religiously gullible. Because ultimately, that's what this is all about. They're just not honest enough to admit it. So they're dumb and dishonest. Who knew? Oh wait, we all did!